And now, in color, Another World.
Darling, you will talk to Walter, won't you?
Well, I don't really see why I have to.
Well, you don't have to. I just think that it would be nice if you did.
The idea of groveling in front of Walter Curtin.
Darling, you wouldn't be groveling. All you have to do is go into the office and say that you're sorry for some of the things you said. Now, that's not groveling. Bill.
How'd you like to be Secretary of State?
When you're president?
Mm-hmm.
When you're president, I want to be first lady.
Well, I'll see what I can do. Okay. I'll go see Walter.
Oh!
We'll return to our story in just a moment.
Rachel, would you like some more of anything? Oh, no, thank you. I don't even think I can finish this. So I see. What's the matter? Aren't you feeling well, dear? Oh, I guess I feel all right. Just that there's nothing to do. Oh. Well, I was thinking of going over to pay Liz a visit. I could stay home just as easily, and we could do something together around the house.
My dear child, why not?
Ernie Downs can't take my father's place. Nobody can. See, a person has just one father, Mr. Drew. And if that father doesn't want you, then he doesn't want you. And nothing in your life can change that. And nobody can take his place.
Oh, Mary, stop pretending.
All right. If not exactly worried, I was concerned. After all, we hadn't seen you or heard from you.
Mary, stop it. I know you know all about it.
How did you know?
Well, well, Mary, that's really a very long story. And anyway, it doesn't matter to anybody except Melissa. And, well, she understands that I just made an innocent mistake. He made me do it. He forced me to. Well, Mary, I never in the world would have done a thing like that if somebody hadn't just brainwashed me into it. And you know what I did? I told him, I said to him, I went to Walter and I said, you have got to tell Bill the truth. You've got to tell him about how you talked me into it. And you know what, Mary? He threw me out of the place.
Oh, Liz, now really?
Oh, well, I don't mean he picked me up bodily and tossed me out of. But he might as well have.
Well, wait a minute, just a minute, because you've lost me. I'm completely lost. What does Walter Curtin have to do with Melissa finding out about her parentage?
Oh, Mary, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about. Oh. Well, there's something else that Bill found out about. And, well, it's all Walter Curtin's fault.
The second portion of Another World is brought to you by Crest. Regular and new mint flavor, both with fluoride.
He absolutely brainwashed me, Mary. He sent me out of his office thinking that I just had to find out whether or not Melissa was pregnant and then feed him this information, which he said he absolutely had to have, or I'd be derelict in my duty. He just shamed me into it.
But you did it. Well, listened in on a conversation between Bill and Pat.
But Mary, the man just had me hypnotized.
That's nonsense.
Mary, it is not nonsense. He told me that I had to help him convict Melissa, or that it was my civic duty.
You couldn't possibly have believed that. You were just determined to keep Bill and Missy apart, Liz.
Oh, well, at one time, Mary, I mean, after all, no woman wants to lose her only son, but Mary, Mary, that Mr. You don't know what that man is like. I mean, he is truly evil.
They make excuses for it the way I've always done. Well, the time has come to put a stop to the whole thing.
Well, I agree, but
Who's going to... Walter, I'm sorry. I promise you this will never happen again.
Where are you going?
Going to my mother's. Tell her she can't get away with this anymore.
Don't you think you'd better calm down?
Well, for what? To wait for more trouble? No, Walter. I'm going to put a stop to this right now.
Well, I'm terribly sorry about the whole thing, Liz. I hope it gets straightened out and soon.
Soon, I'm afraid not. I don't think Bill will ever come to realize that it wasn't my fault.
They had to blame because you were just a sweet little lamb, innocent little lamb who wouldn't do a thing.
Stop this right now! Mary,
No, Mother, you're not going to get away with this anymore. I know all your tricks now, and I'm not going to stand for it.
Tricks? What are you talking about?
Dragging Lenore into this is the last straw, and I'm not going to put up with it. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. I understand one thing very well. I understand why it is that you're angry.
I told you why I'm angry.
Yes, that's not the real reason. You feel guilty. That's what makes you angry, your guilt.
My guilt? About what?
About Lenore.
I don't feel guilty about Lenore. Why should I?
You know why.
I don't know why.
You made that girl fall in love with you, and you became engaged to her, and you didn't love her at all, and that's why you feel guilty.
Mother, you're incredible. You really are incredible.
Yeah, she loved you terribly, terribly. And you made her think that you loved her enough to marry her, and that's why you feel guilty.
Mother.
And what's more, Walter Curtin knows how she felt about you, and that she never did get over it. And he knows that she's still in love with you, and that's what's driving him crazy. Now that's the truth, and you know it. And you just take this guilt of yours and your hatred, and
Hatred of...
yes, hatred, your self-hatred, I should say.
Mother, stop
and you
it, will you?
project it onto me.
Stop it.
You don't like to hear the truth, do you?
No, I don't like to hear lies you call the truth. No. You know, there is no talking to you. It is hopeless. Hopeless.
Bill.
If you want to talk to her, go ahead. I'm never going to talk to her
Bill, wait
again.
a minute.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Mary, leave him alone.
No.
Let him go.
I don't think you should go
Oh,
in that
Mary,
way.
let
I'm
him
not going to go with
It's
him.
over, and then he'll calm down. He'll see that.
I'm not sure he'll calm down. I think I'd better go with him. Somebody had
For
better.
heaven's sake, it's
Bill!
perfectly ridiculous.
Bill, watch out!
And now, in color, another world.
Bill, wait a minute.
Oh, Mary, let him go.
No, I don't think he should go alone.
Oh,
He's
will you?
upset.
Bill, give him a chance to think it over. He'll come around.
I don't think he will at all.
Oh, Mary.
Bill!
Perfectly all right.
Watch out! Oh, my God! You told him I'll call an ambulance.
Another world, in color, is brought to you by Secret. Now with lots more protective ingredients for better protection against perspiration odor.
There we are. Missy, honestly, I didn't expect to find you in such good spirits. Well, Pat, I have good reason to be. Well, I'm glad. But after what John's told me, I thought you'd be very unhappy with me, Missy. Oh, no, not with you, Pat. But I was unhappy. Well, I'm very unhappy. Not the right man. Thinking of somebody who does? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of myself. And you? Right? Right. Pat, you know what I wish? I wish that every couple in the world could be just as happy as Bill and I are.
Will return. car landed here.
Oh,
You ought to take us close to something. Oh, lady, it was awful.
Oh, where's Mary? Where's Mary?
Somebody's...
Oh, my God. Yes, she's gone.
Somebody sent me for an ambulance.
Yes, she said she's phoned for an ambulance. Oh, Bill, darling, please.
I don't know nothing about that. Oh,
You can't feel anything?
don't get excited, lady. I just don't know how to do it.
Oh, do something, man. Do something. Oh, God. Oh, Bill, darling.
He's breathing. He's breathing. He's all right. This is going to be all right. I hope.
Oh, God, we have to get somebody. Oh, where's Mary? Oh, Mary. Let me see. Mary, he doesn't speak to me. He can't
He's breathing,
speak.
lady. He's breathing. He'll be all right.
Just get hold of him,
I can't. I'm so afraid that he's
Dear, please.
Oh, where's the ambulance?
He's on the way. It's coming. Wait just a minute, will you? I want to try to get his pulse.
Oh, Mary.
Don.
Mary, he's so pale. He's still
Conscious, dear. He's conscious.
Oh, look, Mister, you help me. We got to carry
No.
him to my house.
I think you ought to
No.
better wait, lady.
No, you're not going to move him.
Oh, yes, Mary. I'm going to take him to my house.
You can't take him in the house. You can't move anybody after an accident like this, Liz. Please.
We have to just stay here, and I can't bear to look at him when he's so pale.
That's what we've got to do. What I'm worried about is that he may be in shock. He should have something over him, don't you think?
I got a blanket in the
You
truck.
got one there. Would you bring it over, please?
Oh, Mary.
The ambulance. Liz, dear, it's going to be all right. Come on. Liz, it's coming.
The second portion of Another World is brought to you by the shortening that gives you digestible fried foods that don't taste greasy. Crisco.
That little piece of land right behind that tree, that's where we put the garden.
Flower garden.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because see, on this other side of the plot, Ada, that's where I want to put the vegetables, you see. And I was thinking about, from the back porch, we could put a flagstone walk all the way down there and separate the two gardens. How about that?
Thank you.
We'll return to our story in just a moment.
This was mine. Oh, anytime and always. Just sure in. My darling.
Hi. I don't have to ask if you're glad to see me.
You know I am.
Downtown shopping, and I thought, why go home? Why not just come by here and pick you up, and we could go for an early dinner? What do you say?
Well, I see. It's a great idea. We can try that new place at VIP.
I never could resist a new dress.
Very good. Come on, darling. See you tomorrow, Miss Pine.
Where you want. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Want to go to the park, huh? Look at the animals and the zoo. No. I think you want to go, don't you, Ricky? Well, I hope so, because that's where I want to go. Provided that you come along, Ricky. Well, you want to come, don't you? I mean, you don't want to stay here all alone, do you?
And now, in color, Another World.
Hi, Homer. Rachel. How are you? Well, I'm fine, thank you. Well, aren't you going to ask me in? Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, come on. If you don't do something about it, you've got nobody to blame but yourself.
Another World in Color is brought to you by Head and Shoulders Shampoo. For people who don't worry about dandruff, but should.
See? You're giving art lessons at the Haven now, aren't you?
Yes. And I can't tell you how satisfying it is. You know, Alice, I don't think people realize how lucky they are until they see someone less fortunate than themselves.
I just wonder if they ever will be.
We'll return to our story in just a moment.
You do make good coffee.
Thank you.
And you iron yourself? My, you are self-sufficient.
That's me, all right. Just a regular old homebody.
Oh, come on, why don't you sit down so we can talk?
Rachel, I need this dress for this afternoon, and if I don't iron it, nobody is.
What?
Pardon me. Oh, I know you just lost one, and nobody feels sorrier for you about that than I do. But just tell me, when are you going to have another one?
I don't really think that's any of your business.
What about Russ? Is it any of his business?
I don't have to take this from you.
Oh, you can just walk right out the door and go back to the man that you love. I do love Russ. Sure, in his place, he's fine. But his place is a big house and a big doctor practice and all the right friends, isn't it? And with all those things, children just you don't have time for children, right?
I'm warning you, Lahoma.
No, don't warn me, Rachel. Warn your husband. Tell him how you were very sorry when you found out that you were pregnant. And tell him how that you are never going to let it happen again.
And now, in color, another world.
Now, that's the way I like to be greeted by my wife.
You got home early. I mean, your mother isn't even back from your Aunt Liz's yet.
We're going to be alone here together for the first time. Now, what do you think of that? Oh!
We'll return to our story in just a moment.
So? I worry, Mr. Drew. I worry.
I'd be glad if you'd got me some coffee, but I didn't expect you to be so quick about it. I didn't have anything else to do. Weren't you going to visit that model? What did she do? Alice. Oh, Mom, what are you doing here?
Alice,
You know Lahoma Vane, don't you?
Homa, nice to see you.
Oh, same here, Miss Matthews.
Alice, listen. Bill has been in a very bad accident.
Return.
An accident? Bill?
Yes, it was a pretty bad one.
Oh, is he all right?
I don't know, Lahoma.
Mom, where is he?
They took him to emergency, honey. Down there.
If I could just get someone to cover for him.
He seemed to be getting a lot of care and attention. He's unconscious. He looks...
Oh, well, now look, Mom. Mom, it may not be as necessarily as bad as you think. Well, look, it just may be a concussion. Maybe even a minor one.
think of a husband who comes home at a regular hour?
Well, honey, I'm happy, of course.
The evening stretches out before us. The two of us together, alone.
Well, honey, you know that I would love to spend the time alone with you.
Mother, it's me, Pa. Do you want to speak to Missy? No, we were gone all day. What? Oh, no. How did it happen? No, she's gone to put Ricky to bed. Well, can you tell me what's wrong with him? He's unconscious. Yes, I'll tell her. She'll come down right away. Yes.
Oh, Pat, you know what I think I might just do? I think I'm going to call them right now. Oh, Pat, what was that phone call? Missy. Pat, what is it?
Try not to get too upset. I think it's going to be all right. Pat, what's wrong? There's been an accident. You've got to go to the hospital right away. Bill's in the hospital. He's hurt. Pat, what happened? It's an automobile accident. He's hurt, but I think he's going to be all right.